Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, and he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd and 7, Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led by their quarterback in his 3rd NFL season now, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it if you're a quarterback. It's a touchdown. Najee Harris from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capture offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, a 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wideout. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, Someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now it's Haskins. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Haskins. He gets it complete to Harris. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. Here's Presley Harvin now. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. Here's McLeod on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Come on, dog! So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. On first down. Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Allen to the veteran Sanders for the Buffalo first. Allen now on first down. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw once more. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the week. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Allen's throw is complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Bills have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown of the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. McLeod now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half, as they'll stop him behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the LA Chargers matching up with the Las Vegas Raiders. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. It doesn't speak to the parity in the NFL. Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
An option handoff given to Harris. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
McLeod now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the give, this is Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Bills on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 31 yards. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 6.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Second and 5 now. Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. Cannot get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Haskins. They'll roll him out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Play action. Haskins sliding out of the pocket. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now Green. Well, staying on the ground. Let's hope he's all right. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead and the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Allen going to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Second down and 3.
They go right back to Singletary. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Allen to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We'll pick up there 5 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run with Singletary. Down right around the 25. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On a man down, and it's Sanders. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The kick by Bass is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the Steelers down 27-21, and time a huge factor. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Throwing now is Haskins. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Here we go with Haskins. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Nothing. We got him.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.